Welcome back, guys. We're finally back. Going to do another video. It's been a while. Been meaning to get on here and try and continue on with this line of rods, the Ark Invoker Tours, but just haven't really been able to. Been a little under the weather, been coughing my head off and haven't been able to stop. Finally getting a little better where I can quit coughing. Feeling great, getting to fish still about every day, but just cannot quit coughing. So hopefully I can make it through this video without having me a coughing spell, but here we are. We are getting ready to start the 2025 Bass Pro Tour season. I mean, it's here. It's among us. I'll leave in 2 days, headed down there to Lake Conroe to start practice Monday morning. And man, I cannot wait. Cannot wait to get down there. Running a little behind, going to pick up my boat in the morning. Had it at the wrap shop for over 2 weeks now, it and my truck. And my boat should be getting finished today, but just a lot of unforeseen circumstances happened with some printer issues and things that he had. And going to have to end up waiting and getting my truck wrapped when I get back from Conroe. So just, you know, one of them crazy deals. Can't be another new season if we don't have a bunch of obstacles to overcome before we even start fishing. So I'm going to start with this rod though right here. This is the 7-foot medium heavy moderate fast action Invoker Tour. This is one of their glass composite rods, and you know, it's great for crankbaits. Obviously I got a little Yozuri square bill on here right now, just in a crawfish color, but this rod here is incredible for the 1.0 1.5 size crankbaits. You know, like a Frittside 5, even a Frittside 7 is good on a rod like this. Crankbait, you know, of that kind of, that caliber, that size, pulls about like one of those. You know, I wouldn't want to throw like a DT10 or anything like that. This is a rod that you would want to throw like DT6, DT4, smaller, you know, crankbaits that, you know, the 2 to 2.5 inch crankbaits, you know, probably not even 2.5, I'd say 2. I wouldn't want to throw like a 2.5 on this. Probably just a little overpowering for this rod. I mean, you could make it work, but this rod is awesome for small crankbaits. Probably a 1/4 ounce rattle trap would be really good on this. I've been throwing my stuff like that on a 7.3 medium heavy glass composite Invoker Tour, but I've started throwing it on this 7-footer and I like it a whole lot more. I like the 7.3 for more like 3/4 ounce traps or a 2.5 crankbait, those bigger crankbaits, rock crawlers and stuff like that. But we'll get into that rod one of the next videos. But this rod, smaller traps, smaller crankbaits, probably be a pretty good jerkbait rod, like a bigger jerkbait, you know, maybe like a +2. But, you know, like I said in one of the very first rods we did, I was talking about the 610 Invoker Tour. That's what I really like throwing my my jerkbaits on. But this rod here, excellent crankbait rod, smaller crankbaits. And, you know, it's one that I've just started using this off season. Went down to the Ark factory back during our last team series that me and Matt fished down in Florida. Went down there, went through all the rods, felt them, and really liked the way this one felt for smaller crankbaits. Picked it up, and I have absolutely fallen in love with it. I've been using it nonstop during the off season. I've caught a pile of bass on this rod in the last 2 months. I feel like it's just, I'm able to make a lot more accurate casts in tighter places with a smaller crankbait with this little bit lighter action rod and shorter rod. It's a lot narrower down here compared to a lot of the Invoker Tour glass composite rods, but it's just, it handles better for these smaller crankbaits. It's super light. I mean, this whole system here, you know, their G7 gravity G7 reels are really light. I use the G8s mostly, but I like a lot of these G7s for a real light crankbait. They're an excellent excellent reel for that. So if you're in the market for a small crankbait rod, small trap, 1/4, even a 1/2 ounce, it'll handle a 1/2 ounce really well. But 1/4 to 1/2 ounce trap, smaller crankbaits, this is definitely a rod you want to be checking out.